your brain. I guess you've really got to understand wheels before you can ride them. A wheel is basically a circular frame that rotates around an axis. It's one of the most simple inventions ever made, but maybe one of the most important. Practically every invention since has relied on wheels, either to make it work, to power it electronically, or just to get it to the store. But what I've really learned is that I'm gonna need a few more driving lessons if I'm gonna beat Andrew at the Wacky Wheels Challenge.
Ah, looks like someone's still stuck in first gear. Getting lost in my dust, huh?
Pretty confident for a guy stuck with pedal power.
Oh, that's what you think, eh? Well, I'm taking it to the track. I think the racetrack is just up here. Whoa, enough with the crazy turns already. I wonder why you get flung to the side on sharp turns. Yeah, maybe that'll be my first question, right after I ask if I can take the car for a spin. Shannon Bentley's been driving race cars since she was 16, and she knows everything there is to know about the science of the racetrack. Oh, nice set of wheels you got there.
Thanks, you like it?
Yeah. You know when you're driving your car and you take a sharp turn real fast and you fly all over the place?
It's a law of physics. There's this scientist, Sir Isaac Newton.
The guy who had the apple fall on his head.
That guy, he figured out that when something is traveling in a straight line, it wants to keep traveling in a straight line until another force changes it. So when you turn the steering wheel, your body inside still wants to keep going straight. So that's why it feels like you're kind of being pulled to the outside, but really it's just you wanting to go straight and the car is going that way.
This kind of race car is built specially to make sure that it stays down on the track instead of flying up around those turns.
Because these tracks only go in one direction, we set them up so that they turn left really easily. Every corner of this car has a different weight to it. The tires on the outside are actually larger than the tires on the inside.
And what's that thing that sticks up at the end in the back?
That's called a spoiler. That's another thing that keeps you stuck to the track. The air flows over the car, hits the spoiler, and it gets stuck because it's sticking up. It's pushing you down. It pushes the back of the car and the wheels, the back wheels, down onto the track. Yeah, it's called downforce.
Downforce?
Yeah.
I think I can take it for a spin around the track once or twice, you know, take it for a drive.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm a pretty good driver. Can I at least sit in it?
Sure, no problem.
Fine. Shannon?
Yeah. There's
no door handles.
There's actually no door either. So you just gotta climb in the window.
Climb in the window? Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, Shannon. Oh.
Both feet.
Both?
There you go.
I'm not feeling right. I'm so awkward.
You look pretty good in there.
Pretty snug. What's that?
This goes up here.
From a window net to a fire extinguisher to an emergency shutoff, Shannon shows me some of the other safety features. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to take this baby for a drive. Well, sort of.
Having fun?
Whoa, whoa, yeah, all right.
Take a close look at the wheel of this car. The car is driving forward, but the spokes are spinning backward. Well, actually, it's an optical illusion called the wagon wheel effect. You've probably seen it before, but to understand why it happens, it helps to know a little about how our eyes and brain work together. And for that, let's have a look at my trusty flipbook. Ah, so cool! You see, animations are optical illusions too. You're actually watching a bunch of separate images, all slightly different. But when they're shown back to back fast enough, it fools our brain into thinking it's one continuous image. Even live-action movies are just a bunch of still images put together. Our brains can only process images so fast, so in the movies they flash 24 pictures or frames at you every second, and all those images blur into one another. It's called persistence of vision. That very same phenomenon was at work when we saw that car tire. When you watch a tire accelerate, it spins faster and faster. But at a certain point, it seems to reverse direction. Why? It all has to do with those frames. Like we said, a movie camera takes 24 pictures every second, and normally that's more than enough to catch all the action. But when this car reaches about 30 kilometers an hour, the tire is spinning around almost 4 times in every one of those seconds. So, by the time the camera takes its second frame, this spoke is actually just behind where this one was the frame before. In frame 1, the yellow spoke is in the top position, with blue and red trailing. In frame 2, the blue spoke's now just behind the top position. Move forward another frame, and the red spoke is just behind where the blue was. So, if you keep playing these images frame by frame, even though we know the tire is spinning forward, it looks like the exact opposite. It's pretty cool stuff. And in the end, it all comes back down to that old saying, the tire is quicker than the eye.
I'm taking this challenge to the streets. Street luge, that is. It's a sport that uses gravity to the extreme, riding inches from the road at up to 135 kilometers an hour. Woo! Today I'm learning to ride from one of the coolest guys on the street luge scene, Bob Swartz. Guys feel good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Ready, go! Street lugers are major thrill seekers. These wild wheels can hit pretty extreme speeds. To get going really fast, Bob has to fight against friction. When two things rub together, the wheels and the road, there's resistance or friction. It slows you down. Bob uses the smoothest wheels he can find to reduce friction. Then there's the friction between the air and Bob's body. It's called aerodynamic drag, and that's just what it is, a drag. Street lugers fight it by laying as flat as they can, wearing sleek clothes that let the air flow right over them.
So I really get to street luge now?
Definitely. Hold on, Paula. You want to street luge in a very controlled environment so that it's safe for us to go down and not get hit by cars or anything like that bad.
Well, this is safe and controlled.
It is. We're all set to do this.
Does that mean we can go now? Ready, gentlemen?
Ah, that's so much fun. Is this the fastest you can go on a board like this?
Well, it is, unless you add an engine.
You can do that?
Yes, you can. I built a jet-powered street luge.
You did not. Oh. Always wear your helmet.